Today we're going to play with one of my favorite decks of all time. This is Old Rootstain's Golgari Graveyard Value Machine. Old Rootstain is a 3-mana 1/4 that has, when it ETBs and at the beginning of your upkeep, mill the top card of our library. We will make a treasure if we mill a land, a 1/1 insect if we mill a creature, and a blood token if we mill anything else. So Rootstain does a lot for our deck. Starts the milling process, which is great since we are a graveyard deck, gets cards in the graveyard with blood that also draws us cards, puts little tokens that we can use to attack or sack for value, or ramps us to our best spells if we get the treasure. So let's go to the deck. Section 1, the Mana Dorks. Just a few Mana Dorks with Skull Prophet also helping us mill cards. Section 2, Ramp. The standard ramp package to get to our top end faster. Section 3, Filling the Graveyard. These are creatures that help us with the milling process. They make the rest of our deck become more powerful and are also good blockers. Section 4, Value Creatures. Here's where the deck shines with a set of mid-rangey creatures that can help us resolve any situation we're in. We have creatures with removal triggers, creatures that can be played from the graveyard, creatures that grow the board like Tendershoot Dryad and Consuming Blob, and resilient creatures like Underrealm Lich. Section 5, Tutors. We run 3 tutors that are very low costed and can get us out of any situation or help us win the game. Section 6, Card Draw. Just 3 of the best card draw engines that you can have in the game. With one of these online, we are more likely to win the game. Section 7, Targeted Removal. The standard black removal package, but with access to green, we can even go further with ramp or swing the game in our favor with cards like Casualties of War. Section 8, Board Wipes. Just 3 wrath effects. Normally we put more presence in the board than our opponents, so we're not trying to blow up everything most of the time. Section 9, Other Spells. From hand disruption spells to cards that accelerate our mana like Dark Ritual, recurring cards from our graveyard, or drawing our entire graveyard with Harness Infinity. Section 10, Planeswalkers. Only 2 this time, but really powerful and low costed. Works well with the graveyard strategy, and both work as removal spells too. Section 11, Testing New Cards. Finally, 3 new cards that we want to test in this deck. Forgefire Automaton as a creature that reanimates every turn, Terror Ballista as another creature with a removal trigger we can cast from the graveyard, and Portal to Phyrexia, another great way to reanimate creatures every turn and close the game. This could be big Sheoldred, but we are also trying new stuff. So that's the deck, that's the deal. Now let's go to the games. What's up everyone, welcome back one more time. You know the deal, we play Historic Brawl. You are watching one of the top Historic Brawl channels in the world. And if you are a Historic Brawl lover and player, then you are playing the best format Magic has to offer right now. The best one, Historic Brawl. Everybody is jumping in on the wagon, and I couldn't be happier about that. We are playing with one of my old decks. This is Old Rootstain. This is Golgari Graveyard Value Machine. And updated with newer cards, playing versus Rusko. Everybody plays with Rusko today. Yeah, nowadays Rusko is very popular and really obnoxious, but we have a Guardian Project online on turn 3, which is fantastic. Here comes Rusko, and question is, what do we do with Rusko? We have to kill him, right? Woo, Binding the All Gods is really good. We could grasp Rusko. Also Rootstain, we could Binding the All Gods the clock. I don't know if Rusko players are playing with lots of blink effects nowadays, but I think I'm going to go for full mana value here. We even get the treasure from Rusko and a black market connections. That's really good. Let's kill Rusko. I always say Rootsko, but it's Rusko or Rasko or Rosco. The clock is ticking up. Rusko is coming back again. Well, not this turn, because opponent has only a fetch land. The fact that Rusko does that on ETBs is really obnoxious. It's like Golo's level of power, because it actually pays for half of its own commander tax. Opponent completes our Rootstain, so no more value from him. But we have a black market connection. We could also play Consuming Blob, start the token creation, but you know what I feel like doing? Blowing up that Midnight Clock is really good here. Blowing up the Midnight Clock is really good. We could go tap land into Binding, we could black market, maybe Consuming Blob. Decisions. This is what happens with these decks. You can make so many decisions with this deck. Yeah. This also ramps us next turn, so I think this has to be the best play. Let's go Field of Ruin. Can also play the Black Market Connection. This has to be the best line possible. Rusko needs all the Midnight Clocks. They need all the mana that they can, so we are setting them back for a bit. We destroyed Rusko, we destroyed Midnight Clock. They are missing lands. Ooh, looks like they are. Okay, so that was a very good play from us. Now here, we can do everything. Rusko does not put so much pressure on you, so we can take all the damage from the Black Market Connections, ramp with Binding, find Elders Reborn. Wow, that's really good. We can still put the pressure on them with Elders Reborn, make them sack the Oracle. We don't want them to scry so much. I would like to be damaging them more than I am damaging them right now. Could put the Balaget Recovery as a land. I feel like... Did I play a land? I think I played a land. Yeah, Field of Ruin was that? Okay. Alright, we are doing really well. Rusko is so difficult. Even without our commander. But then we have the Guardian Project and Black Market Connections at the same time. Has to be one of the best starts our deck can put together. There's Rusko again, so another Midnight Clock. We find a tap land. Opponent, oh, so many triggers. Let's go, full value, baby. No fear whatsoever. I feel like I'm going to kill myself with Black Market Connections. We do have ways to win life, to gain life back, but I feel like I'm taking it a little bit too risky here. A too risky line. Recovering the Binding the Old Gods. Going to destroy Rusko one more time. So Rusko sits on the battlefield, and if they have a couple of blink effects, we are in a lot of trouble. So even though he pays for his own tax mana... Oh, they left it in the graveyard this time. Yeah. Oh my god. So resilient. Such a resilient deck. Wow. Okay, so... I could leave Rootstain on the graveyard, reanimate it with the Eldest Reborn. I don't have anything else to get, so I'm going to do that. Another clock. Tick, tick. Draw the forest. Search for another forest. Just make one treasure. Don't want to kill ourselves. And I guess we can Rootstain. Picking up the Narset would be good, especially when their clocks set off. But we need Rootstain. We need the Graveyard Value Machine online. Another treasure. Rankle is great. Oh, can we use Rankle right now to get rid of Rusko one more time? Let's see. We could play Consuming Blob for 5. This gives us 5/6 every turn. Or maybe we could go World Shaper, sack it to Rankle, put every land from our graveyard into play, make them sack Rusko. That's a very good line too. You could also play Braids. Sack some treasures. Sack a treasure. We have many things we could do. This is what happens with this deck. You have so many lines you can go with. Alright, we found the Find Finality. And then we can go Rankle, use most of our treasures, draw another card from the Guardian Project, and go to attacks. Now we make you discard, sack a creature. We will discard... I guess we don't need the Babali Saga. It's too late for that. Well, not too late, but we have better things to do. Find Finality can also grab any creature from our graveyard, so this is temporary if we want. Then we will sack the World Shaper. This gives us a trigger. And we put many lands from our graveyard into play. And Braids triggers. We can sack... I think like we should sack... We could sack the Binding the Old Gods, because it's not going to help us with the last This is just to draw and make them lose 2 life. Well, here we are. Wow, what a game. What a game. We even have 4 cards in hand. We outvalued Rusco. Even through a board wipe. Remember the... Oh no. Come on. This can be... This probably is either Crux of... Wow! Opponent doesn't find it. I was wondering if they had Crux of Fate or River's Rebuke. Here we are for another round with Albertstein facing Tatyova. Remember, when I say Tatyova, you need always a removal spell in hand. You have to ensure the removal for Tatyova. So I mull and I find the Go for the Throat, so now I keep. Let's go find the swamp that we need. Black Market Connections, again, in hand. That card. Black Market freaking Connections. Such a strong card. I know I always shoot at Alchemy. This came from Baldur's Gate, but it's not an Alchemy card. It came from Baldur's Gate. So I was confused for a bit there, but seems like an Alchemy card from because of all the things that it can do. It really feels like one of those Alchemy cards. Alright, so Maya Trident to fill our graveyard, then we go Black Market Connections. And we see what they do. Tatyova never comes down with 5 mana, they always... Well, it can come down with 5 mana, but only if they have a land to play. Following that up, so that's one thing that you need to remember always versus Tatyova. They untap the Crossroads and go for an Uro. Alright. Means them life, draws them a card, puts another land of the graveyard on the battlefield. Such a fair card, Uro. Ooh, Tindershoot Dryad. I like it. Let's go, full way. 6 life. Don't worry, we're just killing ourselves. Bojuka Vogue. That gets rid of Uro later. I'm always looking at putting Aldred Stain online just because it's such a value engine for us. I would also like, if I would make another commander deck one day, it would be Aldred Stain. Because it's so unassuming. People always say, why would I need to kill Aldred Stain? It's just not... Here comes Tatyova. It's not threatening myself, but it's doing so much for you. It ramps you, it fills the graveyard, puts creatures into play. It's a fun card, just a fun card. Alright, so we removed Tatyova as we planned to. And now we end up with our board. Oh, Casualties of War. Let's go full way. 6 life. And I feel like here I should destroy just 1 land. 6 mana destroy 1 land. Has to be the perfect line for us to take. Because Tatyova is so dependent on the lands. And this set them back in a way that I don't feel like they can come back. So I destroyed... They have 2 green sources. Let's go for... Hope no Spell Pierce. But Forsaken Crossroads down. Great, that's great. And then we can go Bojuka Bog, ensure that they don't fill the graveyard. There you go, bye-bye Uro. Wow. Oh my god, I forgot how much I love this deck. Field of Ruin. Jesus, I love this deck. It's so much fun to play with. Ooh, Mass Manipulation, alright. Mass Manipulation. So, go full way again. We've paid 18 life from the Black Market Connections. I mean, we could kill the old Root Stain, so no value for them. I'm really worried if they put 1 single treasure and they can go up. So, it feels weird to kill Root Stain, our own Root Stain. But then again, Binding the All Gods will ramp us next turn. So, that's a little bit of value. We also have Boseiju. We could go Forest Boseiju. online, or we could Gloom Shrieker, no permanence. Yeah, just pass. Boseiju if they put some weird artifact or enchantment online. Could be winning right now. We are threatening lethal. Yes! Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to play with Aldruthstein Golgari Graveyard Value Machine versus Jarsil. Oh, this is the one with the starting intensity. They can cast spells from their graveyard for free, equal to their starting intensity. There you have it, Alchemy. Alchemy. Opponent goes first. I feel like I should mulligan this hand. Tap land. Into nothing. Yeah, this is much better. This is much better. Can go Blossom. I mean, we could play this tapped. Don't give them unnecessary information. We could have also threatened the Fatal Push, of course. Young Pyromancer. That's an issue. Alright, so we have to play the Paradise Root or the Cold Steel Heart. Yeah, let's go with the Rock. The Rock has come back to MTG Arena. Alright, they can play their commander, Jarsil, Dark Age Scion. A bit of reunion, so they will start the discarding process. Discards a Faithless Looting. Okay. Get seen with the Young Pyromancer. We draw another land, which is great. And if we want to be mana efficient, we should go Paradise Reed into Glowspore Shaman. But we could also... I mean, there's an argument there that we should have gotten rid of the Young Pyromancer with the Rankle. I don't know. We start the milling process with Ramp. Has to be also good. We have two of our best token producers in Consuming Blood and Tendershed Dryad. And they have a Young Pyromancer. There's the commander. And they can cast... That's interesting. They can cast Faithless Looting, of course, because it's mana value 1, even though it was in the graveyard. And now they can fill up the graveyard with something of value 2 for the following turns. Hajar. Legendary creatures get indestructible. Okay. Oh my god, DRC. That has to be one of the best creatures they can find, right? DRC. Alright, so what do we do here? We could go... Rankle is not very good right now. We could go Consuming Blood, start putting big creatures every turn. We could also play first the Stitcher Supplier. Mill ourselves. Tenacious Underdog. And now we put 4/5s. So the real question is if we can go wide enough and wider than them. The problem is I didn't deal with the Young Pyromancer, and I feel like they can put enough creatures online that we will never get in. I mean, we wouldn't need a Craterhoof Behemoth, but we don't run it. There's obviously some ways to make this deck more powerful, like running Craterhoof, because we can make so many treasures, but I don't want to put Craterhoof in every deck I play. I just want to win by just outvaluing opponents. Okay, alright, see you, opponent. DRC triggers, Minsc and Boo. Now we can attack into Minsc and Boo with Rankle. We cannot kill it right now because it's for loyalty. Well, I feel like they are far ahead from us. He should have killed the Young Pyromancer. So, lessons be learned about Jarsil Dark Age Scion. If you see Young Pyromancer, you better kill it, because it can put so... It's a spells deck, obviously, and I underestimated the ability of the Young Pyromancer to be good in this game. And now it might be a little bit too late. We can play... We have to play Rankle. Keep Minsc and Boo in check. There's no need to attack, because if they attack us with a 7/7 hamster, we have to double block it. Yeah. So we're doing our thing pretty well, but we cannot go through their board. And now they have a Minsc and Boo. Well, they have a hamster, which is a 7/7. Next turn they can sack it. Well, they need a flyer to block Rankle. Hopefully we can kill Minsc and Boo. Alright, keep the spells coming. Surveils. Their engine is much better than ours. Their engine is going off right now. They loot again, they make more 1/1s. It feels like a fun deck to play. I know I've been a little resistant of alchemy cards lately, but this doesn't look like a broken card whatsoever, and we could definitely play it in the future. Risk Factor. Wow, I love that card when it was in standard. Jar Seal triggers, they can risk factor us, so we just take 4 damage. That Young Pyromancer is the key differential in this game, because if they didn't have the Young Pyromancer, we would just be dealing with their 3/3s, and we would have very good attacks. But Young Pyromancer denies everything we are doing currently. Okay, digging with Dragon's Rage. And we have to find something good. Polukranos, Gloom Shrieker. Do we have a relevant permanent? Not really. Guardian Project and Rex Sage. We could get the Rex Sage, blow up nothing. Nothing is of relevance. Could also play Tendershoot Dryad. Yep. It doesn't look... Yeah, we got very little going for us. They have a very good blocker in the Gilded Goose. So let's play these, get back the... It has to be Rex Sage. Too late for Guardian Project. And then we can play the Tendershoot Dryad. Let's attack Minsc and Boo first. Alright, and then we can... Tendershoot Dryad makes a 3/3 every turn. Not good enough. Wow, it's so weird that we cannot win with the things that we got going. They just are doing better. Young Pyromancer. Good old school card, and Dragon's Rage Channel filling the graveyard. It's really weird we are losing this game, right? Like, look at this, we are losing. We would need to find... There's no overrun in our deck. Of course, no Craterhoof, I already said it. And there's a Chandra. Oh. Well... This is it. But I really don't mind losing these games when we are doing our things and our things look great, but opponent is just doing greater things. I'm really not mad, because we didn't play this game poorly, we just were outvalued. And even though I'm losing, this is a really fun game. This is what Magic is all about. Tendershoot Dryad triggers, we get another creature. We found a land. And I bet we can destroy that. Yeah, we should destroy the experimental frenzy. My mistake here was playing that land unnecessarily. We could have cashed in the blood token and then see if we found something better, but we are done because they can sacrifice Poo, destroy our deal 10 to us, and basically kill us. So this was a good game. Good game, Viking RRT. That's a cool deck, and Young Pyromancer just hold on the game to them. Good game. We can concede here. They're going to block. We continue to play with Old Rootstein Golgari Graveyard Value Machine versus Mono Red Chandra. Well, we'll see. We go first. With a Dark Ritual in hand, nothing to do on turn 1 with that, but should be good. Underrealm Leech, one of the best cards in the deck. And a Fatal Push can take care of small creature. So we play the Hive and pass. Opponent could be Mono Red Aggro, could be Burn. No 1-drop. Ooh, there's a Black Market. We could put a Black Market Connections online right now, and I think that's the better play. We have good things we can do on turn 3. So even though that doesn't use our mana properly, it's still a very good play. Arcane Signet, that's good too. And we're no fear versus the red deck. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, at least the first time. Then we could go Arcane Signet into Old Rootstein. We could also Liliana, make them discard. But I feel here I'm always drawn to play our commander. This Old Rootstein is so good. And if it is untouched, you should have a hard time killing a 1/4 unless they have Lava Coil or that sort of effect. Well, that sort of effect. Exactly that one. Alright, alright. Let's what is the perpetual effect that it has? Okay, remove it. Alright, ooh. Workshop Warchief is great. That's life gain. So we take the 2, but now we play the Warchief and we gain back 3. Yeah, seems good. Don't use the treasure token. Put a big creature into play. And then we can still hold up Fatal Push. Cool, cool. If we cannot kill something with Fatal Push, then Liliana of the Veil can take care of, I don't know, a big Torbran or something like that. Ugh, Hinger of the Gods, that's annoying. Sure. Dwarven Mine gets them a 1/1. Wow, this is annoying. Okay, so what do we do here? Treasure. Draw? No, treasure. We can play stuff now. Put a forest into play and then have 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. So we can go Underrealm League because it's a really very good blocker. But then it makes every draw step much better. We could go Liliana, make them discard, or we could hold up Fatal Push. I don't feel like playing Liliana right now. I don't want to discard anything. Don't want to use the -2 on the 1/1. There's a Torbran, we called it. So the little 1/1 can now attack. I don't think we can take 3. So we kill the token now, because then Liliana can get rid of Torbran. And we essentially gain 3 life. Then. Alright. Underrealm Leap lets us choose from 3 lands. So generous, okay. Have to take care of our life total. There we go, and go Swamp, and then could also discard Find Finality. I feel like I want to see another card from our deck. 3 more cards. Yeah, that was right. Okay, not very, very good. Oh, these draws. The top half of our deck has been really, really bad. But then again, we can play Liliana. Take her down. And I feel like we could also attack them, because we have a very good blocker in Mire Triton. Take them down to 18 and then tap properly to Mire Triton. Gain 2, which is really good. Okay, we have our things online. Black Market, Underrealm League can finds us the best action. We have Hive, we have a Blast Zone, Liliana of the Veil, and the Fiery Emancipation. Oh my god. So this is a burn deck, and we should be really, really careful. Assassin's Trophy can get rid of the Emancipation. Gloomshrieker can find us permanent from our graveyard. We have something that we want to find. Skeleton Swarming. It has to be Assassin's Trophy. Okay. I'm feeling much, much better from these. And we can go draw an extra card too, because we are at 19. Portal, Thoughtseize, Thundershoot. Portal, Thoughtseize, Thundershoot. I'm tempted at taking the Portal. We have the 9 mana. We could also reanimate things that gains us life. But we don't have exact mana to go both things. And I'm really worried about the Fiery Emancipation. Maybe I have to take the Thoughtseize. Portal is a card that I want to test more than anything else. I don't think it's a permanent card in this deck. Something that I want to see if it's good enough. Of course, Portal would have been crazy right here if they had like 2 or 3 creatures. Like, no question, we would have fired that off. Alright, Murderous Rider, creature with lifelink. That is good in our graveyard. And attack them for 6. Don't take up Liliana because we don't want to discard the Portal. And pass. Opponent shocks the Rootstain plus invoke Calamity to take down the Rootstain. Anger of the Gods. Okay, so I think we can protect Underrealm League by paying for life, because it wouldn't die from the Anger of the Gods, so it wouldn't get exiled. I think that this works. We give it indestructible. We have to pay for life, it's not for free. But the creature wouldn't die, so it doesn't get exiled. Yeah, that is right. The exile thing is only if the creature would die, but it wouldn't die because of indestructibility. Oh, Harness Infinity. Harness Infinity. There's a lifelinker Leyline Prowler, but we can also draw our entire graveyard. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Mana is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mana is okay. Let's pick up... Oh my god. I just want to Harness Infinity. I'm not going to do it right now, I feel. But it's going to be very good next turn. Portal to Phyrexia to start bringing back the lifelinkers isn't the worst thing. This is not the most powerful portal ever. But still. I think like this online gives us a solid chance of closing this game. They could go Burn Spell, Den of the Bugbear, put us really down in life. Or maybe they can play Chandra, find things from the top of their deck. This is not closed. We have to bear in mind that every turn we are taking at least 1 damage from the Black Market connections. So we could essentially be at 8 or 9 life. Meteor Swarm makes 8 Divided among creatures or planeswalkers. So they can try kill the Underrealm League, and I'm going to take 4 to destroy it. To give it indestructible, for sure, if they do that. Because we need the Underrealm League to attack into Chandra. Field of Ruins. This gives them the exact mana to cast the Meteor Swarm. That's a good play from them. Do they go for it? This essentially deals us 4 to the face because we are taking the Underrealm League damage. They cannot cast those cards on exile. They are tapped out. Yeah, we're going down to 7. We are going down to 6 from the Black Market connection, but here we reanimate Lifelinker. We have 2 Lifelinkers here. Leyline Prowler or Murderous Rider. So we could also find... That's so greedy. We could also Gloom Shrieker, get another permanent. Not very good permanents in our graveyard right now. So greedy if we want to take that line. It has to be a Lifelinker. And then we draw... Oh, dig up. We can find anything. Wow. That's a very good draw. Okay. So let's just create a treasure. We're not going to Harness Infinity, I think. We're just going to attack into Chandra. And then tutor something that help us not die. Come on, Chandra. You know you can do better. Ooh. Oh my god. Do we test new cards? I feel like I want to test new cards. We could pick anything we wanted here. Vraska can gain us life. We have... This is the lower mana values. I feel like I want to test this Forge Fire Automaton. Casualties of War. They only have lands. Yunji, Cruelty of Gix. Forge Fire Automaton. We're here to test new cards. And I don't think we have 7 mana. Well, prototyping... Yeah, we can prototype the Forge Fire Automaton. This can help us recur more creatures from our graveyard. We can get back the Murderous Rider. We can get back the Gloom Shrieker. But we could also die here. We are at 6. Essentially, we are at 5. Wow. Could easily die. I mean, I'm not playing this game really efficiently. I went for the newer cards when I could have gone for other things, but we're just testing things out. An opponent scoops it up. Ooh, that was a close one. This will be our last round, trying to kill us with Black Market Connection. Facing Amara, Soul of the Accord. Opponent goes first. We have a Dark Ritual into Murderous Rider. Rex Sage can also be really good. Oh, alright, we are keeping these. Castle Lockwing, well, a couple of tap lands, not the best, but we should play here the Castle Lockwing. Because they probably run Amara, first thing they do. Yeah. And then we play another tap land N. Murderous Rider Amara. Here we go. Adventure cards from what's it called? Throne of Eldraine. They are so overpowered because really feels like they are they are 2-for-1s. So even though we went Dark Ritual into Murderous Rider, our hand still looks very, very full. When probably before Murderous Rider would be like a simple murder, and we wouldn't have the other part of the card, the creature part of the card. So we would be feeling really down in terms of cards in hand, And these cards are really, really crazy. Alright, so let's keep playing this game. They played an Esika's Chariot. I would like to destroy that. But we use the Rex Sage for their Mana Rock. Could also go Diabolic Intent, sack the Rex Sage. I feel like we need to play here Mind Stone and probably Phyrexian Arena. We can let them have their creatures. And then eventually we can tutor up one of our Wraths with Diabolic Intent and blow up the board. We have the Ritual of Soot, which can blow up mana value 3 or less. It's a 4 mana spell. We would need another land to go for that. Phyrexian Arena should help us find the extra lands. Here comes Emmara as well, so that might be as good a play as any. Yeah, they crew the Chariot with Emmara, makes the token, copies another token. They're doing their thing. That has to be one of the best starts. I shouldn't block because I'm planning on using Diabolic Intent. Wow, come on, land. Not a land. Ooh, there's the land. Alright, so we can do it. That's the line we are going to take. I would like to have Skeleton Swarming online first, but I don't think we have much time. We have to tutor the Ritual of Soot. Could also grab... No, let's take the Ritual of Soot, right? Yeah. Could also, well... Could also have grabbed the Mid-Hook Massacre. Yeah. That's fine. Skeletal Swarming is one of these cards that I feel like I need to cut from the deck because it's so slow, but I really love the card. I just have so much fun playing with it. The fact that it can put every turn a skeleton is so much fun. Fatal Push in hand is great versus Emmara. I play a Manglehorn, going to blow up our Mind Stone. I'm not too worried about that. Looking at playing Rootstain on our turn. And Phyrexian Arena is the great an equalizer. Phyrexian Arena online has to shift the game on our side pretty hard. Could go Skeleton Swarming, maybe invest in this card for one turn. We are not at risk of dying. There's no token that they can copy with the Esika's Chariot. They can crew the Chariot if they play Emmara next turn. Oh, they could... Technically, they will be able to copy the 1/1 that Emmara will make. Springleaf. Alright, so no Emmara. Cool. But this is great because Skeletal Swarm is going to give us fodder for the Rankle. And we're even looking forward to destroying the skeletons because Skeletal Swarming can make 2 of them every turn. So I'm happy we went for that line. So we could go Mire Trident into Rankle. Mire Trident gains us life. We are at 12. It's a good blocker for the Chariot. Mills us cards. And then we can go Rankle. Attack with everything. Here we go. Now we choose to discard a card and sack a creature. We'll discard the Swamp. They discarded a Creator Hoof. Okay. And then we make 2 skeletons. Yes, Skeleton Swarming! Beware of the skeletons, they are swarming you. And I feel like we have this game in the pocket. Even through a Esika's Chariot start with Emmara, that has to be the perfect start and opponent scoops it up. Good game. So my friends, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed Old Rootstain Golgari Value Machine. If you did, Consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, leaving a comment, continue watching another video from the channel. We will see each other on a future video. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.